live, this is KIMA News at 11, Weekend Edition.
Here's it. I didn't do it.
Offender speaks out after protesters try to drive him out of the neighborhood, and a community comes together for new dreams, plus open heart surgery without the use of blood transfusions. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Nicole Sanchez. A sex offender says he's trying to start over, but local families say not in our neighborhood. Some of them were outside of the man's house today picketing because they say they don't want him living so close to a school. Weekend Edition's Mia Sabatino brings us both sides of the story.
A group on the 900 block of West Fremont is protesting because a man who lives there was convicted of a sex crime. Gary Leroy Hill recently moved to the neighborhood. He contends the charges aren't true.
I hope that everybody hears it. I didn't do it. I wouldn't do something like that. That's a kid's life.
Hill didn't want to be shown on camera. Neighbors say they're upset he's living there because it's close to 2 schools.
We will be out as long as it takes us for him to leave.
Police say earlier today Hill became distraught because of the crowd outside and was threatening suicide. Mental health was called in for an evaluation. The law allows Hill to live anywhere he wants because he's completed his sentence. Hill says he called police because he's being harassed and treated unfairly.
About me going to everybody's house and just honking, way early in the morning, way late at night. How do they feel?
Police say the public on the street has been within their rights so far.
He is living too close to the schools, and he is out here every day when the children get out of school, and he is watching them, and he's more than likely to offend again.
But Hill says he just wants to move on.
Yeah, it should stop, because I'm trying to have my life together, trying to do best as I can.
In Sela, I'm Mia Sabatino for Weekend Edition.
Hill says he's looking into filing a complaint against the city. The issue will be discussed at a community meeting in Sela. That's this Wednesday evening. It'll start at 6:30. It's been a long time coming, but now Tri-City residents can once again enjoy the playground of dreams. A tragic event pulled a community together, and now they have something to show for their hard work. Weekend Edition reporter Tim Lewis was in Kennewick for the grand reopening.
It was shocking to everyone in the Tri-Cities when the Playground of Dreams was set on fire. But it was how the community responded that left no one surprised.
I helped with the first build, and, you know, watching the kids and how much use we've had on it since then, we knew we had to rebuild.
Nobody complained. Nobody said, geez, I'd rather be somewhere else. It's kind of like, what else can I do? I want to help my community.
After an estimated 8,000 volunteer hours and upwards of $300,000 spent to rebuild the rec area, the Playground of Dreams is reopened.
It's very exciting because I even liked it when it was just normal, but it's even more exciting right now.
The fuzzy feeling that you get from what the community has done and then watching the children just go through and break those paper chains it's an experience you probably only feel once in a lifetime.
The way the community has helped with it, this isn't just a playground, it's the community's playground.
As the smiling faces of the children returned to their old stomping grounds, volunteers started to realize every penny raised and every second worked was well worth it.
Our children are our future. If we don't do something with them now and we show them that we care about them, how are they going to feel in the future about who they need to lead and who they need to represent?
You know, you live in a great community with great people, and it was just like an example of how everybody comes together and shows that we don't let things like that get us down.
Everyone made it possible, from somebody that stayed home to watch the kids while someone else came and worked, and we just can't say thank you enough.
Money is still being raised for future maintenance and to add on to what already exists. And volunteers say they'd do it all again, but hope they don't have to. Reporting for Weekend Edition, I'm Tim Lewis.
Time now to check in with Mike McCabe in the Weather Center. Mike, a little chilly out there. How's that Mother's Day forecast looking?
I think you'll like Mother's Day forecast. Things looking pretty good. Now for tonight, we'll see just a few clouds, overnight lows on the chilly side. 40 for Yakima. Tri-Cities right around 41 degrees. And tomorrow looks pretty good. Partly cloudy skies. Look for high around 71 for Yakima. Tri-Cities right around 73 degrees. That's a quick look at your Mother's Day forecast. More weather coming up in just a few moments. Nicole.
All right, thanks, Mike. Some parents want to give kids in the Wapato School District $100 in exchange for tutoring. They're asking the school district to get on board. Yakima Nation is proposing a $100 stipend to be given to the general fund if students or their parents volunteer. They say all students can use the money for things like band equipment and books. One parent says they're collecting signatures to support the program.
We're hoping to shake up the school district, and not just Wapato, but to shake up all the school districts within the reservation here, so we can get some cooperation and our input can be heard, our voice can be heard. And in the future, my students, as they become parents, they're going to see that I was a role model to them on how to be involved in their school.
The money would come from what's left over in the Impact Aid Fund. That's federal funding for each Native American student in the district. With the school year coming to a close and the summits offering endless free time for kids, there's no better time to teach children about safety. The 10th annual Safe Kids Saturday brought hundreds of people today to the parking lot of the Cadillac Medical Center in Richland. The event included more than 35 community agencies, which taught kids everything from water safety to how to wear a bike helmet properly. And although many of the booths were aimed at children, their message also hit home for parents.
We hear more feedback through the 10 years that we've been doing it, what the parents get out of it. And that's a very key point, is the parents probably walk away with as much useful information as the kids do. And that's what this is all about.
Organizers say this was one of the largest turnouts for the event. There are more options for people having heart surgery who don't want blood transfusions. Up next, we'll tell you how new technology is making that possible. And a big kids show and tell coming up. They might be low, but some of them come with a high price. Stay with us.
You're watching KIMA News Watch Weekend Edition at 11 with Nicole Sanchez, Will Lewis Sports, and weather with Mike McCabe.
I'm so embarrassed. Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, but in front of Gold Glover, it can happen to anybody. Huh? Even you? Me? No, not me. Guys like you, happens all the time. Thanks. Yeah, you're welcome.
Mariners baseball. Get all of it.
Well, at least that one wasn't your fault.
Top Food and Drug asks, exactly what would it take for you to switch grocery stores? Oh, we could show you beautiful produce bouncing through cascading water. We could show you fresh, just-caught seafood chilling on ice. But besides all that, we think what might really interest you is a look at our beautiful receipts. Top Food and Drug. Quality in the bag, savings in the bill.
The only thing better than leather is leather on sale. And Fitterer's Furniture in Ellensburg is the place for the quality leather furniture you're looking for right now. The look and feel of fine leather furnishings will complement your home for years. And when it comes to comfort and durability, you won't find anything better. Indulge yourself today in classic and sophisticated leather furnishings during our luxurious leather event at Fitterer's Furniture in Ellensburg.
Welcome back. In tonight's Community Health Report, open heart surgery without the use of blood transfusions. Jim Hall has the story.
Meet Jim and Shirley Kroom 37 days after Jim underwent triple bypass open heart surgery at Cadillac Medical Center.
Well, it was a real shock because I had wanted to start some exercise so I could reduce some of the weight that I had.
The Krooms were grateful their doctors accurately diagnosed what was wrong with Jim. 6 days after an angiogram, he underwent open heart surgery performed by Dr. Roberto Amato Catano. The only complicating factor was Jim's religious beliefs forbid him from accepting blood transfusions, something potentially needed during this type of surgery. But with Cadillac having one of the only 5 bloodless medicine and surgery programs in the state, Jim Kroom and his family were comforted to know he could stay home to have the surgery.
Oh, it meant a lot because none of our children would have wanted to not be there. No, it would have been so hard for them to go to Spokane.
Jim was a perfect candidate for doing this surgery. His blood counts were good, and he was given medications prior to surgery to prevent bleeding. Most patients spend about a week in the hospital after surgery. Jim was out in 4 days, and today he's grateful this option was available to him. With the Community Health Report, I'm Jim Hall.
Dozens of lowriders are lining up in Wapato. Enthusiasts are showing off their cars as part of the May Days event. The car show is going on at the community center. There were even some spinners on display. Owners spent the day putting on